What up, though? It's Mute Sing. We got all the action, all the smoke. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop a new video. It's 21 Savage, 21 Savage, 21 in my bank account. Hey, in my bank account. I got a lot. I got a lot. So, on the internet, y'all gotta see these memes going around. They cooking that boy 21. But the crazy thing about it is, a lot of people, they saying they don't believe his gangster. They don't believe what he said he been talking about, what he been living about, rapping about, trapping about. But look, this is my take on it. So they saying he pretty much was here on a visa that expired a year after he got here. So they saying he been here since he's been like 12 or 13. So a lot of people saying, oh, he ain't grew up in Atlanta and, you know, he from the UK. Now look, a lot of people jump off the porch around 11, 12, 13. And so even if he did just come to the States at like 12 or 13, that don't mean that, you know, his gangster ain't legit, you know. Growing up in Atlanta don't mean he was born in Atlanta, you know. So if he, you know, was in Atlanta at 12 or 13, and so coming up, you know, he probably got into music around like 18. So he just been doing this thing early. You know, some people don't jump off the porch till, you know, way past 12, 13. And so that don't mean he ain't official. So a lot of people saying, well, you from the UK, you from Atlanta. You know, a lot of people in Atlanta is not from Atlanta. A lot of people be from Mississippi and, you know, Alabama, different places and stuff. And if they lived in Atlanta a good portion of their life, they just say they're from Atlanta. I know a lot of people, you know, from, you know, Michigan, Chicago, different places who in Atlanta, and they don't even claim their hometown, you know. And so, you know, they don't take nothing away from the Savage gangster. I think, you know, he still do his thing. At the end of the day, whoever he was in the streets with coming up, you know, they can vouch for it. They know that he, you know, he came up and he was in the streets doing this thing or whatever because, you know, they was out there with him. And so prior to that, you know, y'all also don't know how he would, you know, how he was rocking with it in the UK. You know, he might have been savage in the UK. That don't mean that he was soft and he came over here and then started acting hard or, you know, or started getting in the streets. He could have been in the streets there. So at the end of the day, you know, if he on a legal visa, you know, he did pretty good. You know, 12, 13, how many years he was with a legal, you know, with expired visa. You know, he held it down. And so he was right not to tell y'all. So y'all saying, you know, why he ain't give a shout out, you know, say I'm from here. If he illegal, of course he don't need to be saying it. Especially y'all, you know, y'all tell on that boy quick. And so, you know, again, like I said, if you check my last video, I say it's ironic because the video before last that I did on 21 Savage, he was really going in like on a rant. Like he had something really in his heart about people ratting. And so, like I said, I don't know if we saw it coming, but for sure, you know, if he was smart, he ain't gonna tell nobody from the UK, you know. Made all these M's, got all this property and stuff here. You know, he did his thing. Obviously, somebody got a hold to the information and, you know, so, you know, somebody might have told, you know, all these years, how would they just like be on the trail? Maybe they just beefed up, you know, ICE just beefed up, you know, started targeting people, but, you know, they was targeting him. So, I don't know if it's for something more. You know, they just using the fact that his visa is expired, you know, about 14 years been expired, you know, y'all just come to get him. But anyway, so that's my take on it. They don't take nothing away from Savage. That don't mean he ain't been Savage before he came to the States. You know, that don't mean that when he got here, he wasn't coming up in the street. That don't mean that he ain't come up. You know, he wasn't raised in Atlanta just because he wasn't born there. So that's my take. And so, you know, the memes and stuff is funny. You know, all the jokes is funny, but at the end of the day, you know, that don't take nothing away from him. Music scene. I'm out. Hit the subscribe button. Notification bell. You're going to be notified when we drop the videos. I'm out.